When I saw, here's what happened, right? They read off the submission. DC raises his hand. You know, I'm going in to interview DC, and Rumble and DC are hugging, and then DC puts his hand on Rumble's shoulders and goes, you go first, you go first.
That was a bad idea, I think.
No, I don't think it was a bad idea, man. I think it was classy. You know, this is what I think about DC. At the end of the day, Daniel Cormier is a really good man.
Great guy.
He's a really good man.
He gets so much hate, doesn't he?
I don't get it, man. I mean, he's competitive, and, you know, before the fight, he's saying, you know, it's too bad that Anthony Johnson's in my weight class because he'll never be champion. You know, he's saying all the shit that you're going to say. But at the end of the day, it's true. He's on another level when it comes to his ability to compete.
Another level.
He's on another level.
You know, just to critique the fight there, DC looked in the worst shape we've seen him. I thought if Anthony Johnson can beat him, this is going to be the time. Anthony, I didn't know going into it, Anthony Johnson didn't want to fight or be in there. He had one. If you're even talking about retiring, you're fucked with a guy like DC who's going to grind you out. Dude, it's just not going to work.
Rumble Johnson was about 4 inches from a head kick knockout. He caught him with the foot in the face.
If he caught him, broke his nose.
If he caught him with his shin, if he, you know, when you see where that kick landed,
yeah, man.
You feel like, God damn, Daniel Cormier can fucking take it. He can fucking take it because he took that shot right in the chin. He went back to his corner. His nose was clearly jacked. We're looking at it in between rounds like that looks really broken. Went out there like it didn't bother him at all.
See, I think that was a good tune-up fight for DC too. Not that Anthony Johnson's a tune-up, but his game plan was crazy. He obviously didn't execute the game plan. So I think that was good for DC because I think if that DC fights John, he's in trouble.
I wonder what would have happened if Rumble connected. My question is, look at this. Smack, he catches him right with the foot.
It's almost better he bent down, so he didn't get the chin.
His nose absorbs it.
Hell yeah, that's small nose too.
Jesus Christ, what a combination.
But we've never really seen DC with a gut like that.
Well, look, it obviously wasn't affecting him. Who knows if he's injured? He probably was. He's always injured.
He's always doing some shit.
He's got a problem with his knee, and he's had it worked on. I know he's got stem cells in it.
Shit's gonna happen.
He's 38.
It looks like that kick fully connected, right? He just took it. Yeah. He was just like,
but he went down into it, which I think he didn't get full momentum, like you said, with the shin, where he was in a lot of trouble.
Dude, he fucking ducked right into it.
It looked a lot harder than I thought it was.
Yeah.
But
it
was certainly the foot. And the thing about feet is you can knock someone the fuck out with a foot, no doubt about it. But a foot gives a little bit.
Yeah, I was just going to say it gives.
It gives a little bit. But the shin, man, the shin
game over,
son. You know, the first time I ever realized like how much of a benefit that was, I worked out with Maurice Smith. And Maurice Smith was showing me, like, when Maurice Smith faces a heavy bag, it's really interesting. Like, if he throws a roundhouse kick, the bag goes straight. Like, he hits it, like he's hitting straight on. He's, like, stepping to the side and hitting straight on. It's almost like he's hitting it with a front kick in terms of how the bag moves away from him. And in the Taekwondo and karate days, everybody went round with these round kicks, and it was more like a slap. It didn't have the same kind of penetration. And when you see like a Maurice Smith or a Pedro Hizzo, Eddie, do you remember when you and I went to Beverly Hills Jiu-Jitsu way back in the day? Way back in the day, you were a purple belt. We went to Beverly Hills Jiu-Jitsu
back in the day,
and we watched Marco Huas kick the bag. Oh no, Pedro Hizzo. It was Pedro Hizzo was kicking the bag.
Legend.
Marco Huas was too. But Pedro Hizzo, I never saw anybody in my life who had leg kicks that were as scary as Pedro Hizzo. I remember he kicked Rico Rodriguez once when they fought, and the thud, the swak, and you looked at it and you went, oh, you can't take those. There's no way. No one's taking those. You can only take so many of those.
Even Randy Couture was like, yeah, but he was on the show and he goes, look at my leg. That's from fucking...
It's fucked up forever.
It's like a huge dent, like someone took a bat.
He did the same thing to Randleman. He would leave dents in you, dude. Do you remember us watching him kick the bag? Do you remember that?
I think it was someone else.
No,
I don't
dude,
think it was me.
We went to Beverly Hills Jiu-Jitsu. You weren't there?
No, I've never been to Beverly Hills Jiu-Jitsu. I've been there once, but it wasn't with you.
Well, it was that time.
Powerful, faulty memory.
I didn't want to say nothing. I was just going to let it go.
What are you
It was you and me, man.
I'll tell you what was weird, too, with that fight is Anthony goes, I'll move on to something else. And then his Twitter background changes to Los Angeles Rams. He put hashtag LA Rams. And so all my friends are texting me, and now I judge him for it. They're like, oh, bro, he's playing for the Rams. I'm like, you fucking moron. No, he's not playing for the Rams. No, he's not fucking suiting up for the Rams. Man, I don't know if he's being a special teams coach or some shit like that, but he is not touching the field catching footballs. I'll tell you that right now.
No, he's got some sort of executive job, correct? Is that what I've been hearing? So that's the Rams helmet. That's all he had.
Yes.
Okay, but does it say anything there? What does it say? Just LA Rams?
Hashtag
Rams,
Rumble
LA
Squad,
Rams?
hashtag Rams.
Huh. Well,
the only way he's suiting up is if he's the mascot. If he's the new LA Ram mascot, that shit would be dope.
I think
I wouldn't retire the UFC for that.
I'm not playing for the Rams.
No, you knuckleheads. I'm not playing for the Rams. Are you crazy?
That's hilarious.
I love it, man. Good for him, because it's, this come from a guy who retired early, or maybe one too late, but for him to be able to do that, the balls it takes, especially, you're talking about he's tip of the spear. Number 2, could beat anyone not named DC or John Jones. He can beat everybody else, and he did. For him to be like, I'm good, man, I'm out, it takes a lot of courage and balls, man, so I congratulate him on that.
And I love that he just goes out and says it. I don't want to get hit in the head anymore. I don't want to wrestle with dudes anymore.
He's always been that way, though, and I think people are shocked by that when they hear, an NFL guy where they don't say it when they're playing, but you find out later, he's like, dude, I fucking hated playing. It was the only thing I was good at, and I was making tons of money. With Anthony Johnson, he's always stayed like, I don't really like to train, man. I like to get out of shit. I like, it's not my thing.
Yeah.
I just happen to have this fucking God-given power. I'm really good at it. I'm fighting at light heavyweight now, getting fame and money. Oh, another opportunity. Fucking see ya.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that, man.
There's definitely nothing wrong
But people
with
are surprised when they hear professional athletes going, I don't really enjoy it, man. I'm just really good at it.
You know what, man? I'll never forget. Well, I appreciate his honesty, because I think it's when a guy talks about it that way, it's important, like, for everybody. Like, I remember when Matt Hughes got beaten by BJ Penn, and BJ took the title from him. And I asked him about it in the interview, and he said, honestly, I have to tell you, it's a relief. Like, the pressure being a champion is, everybody coming after you. It's honestly a relief.
Yeah.
Like, balls that guy has to say that in front of all these people, that it means being completely honest.
It's cool, man. Because especially as an athlete, especially for Anthony Johnson, a guy who he identifies as being just a fighter, he's Rumble. For him to go, I'm good, man, number 2 in the world, see ya. God dang, it's inspiring. It should be inspiring to people.
It is. I think it's inspiring, and it's also inspiring if he decides to take a year off and then he goes, "Fuck this desk job. I want to kick somebody in the face. I just needed a break."
Yeah, I just need a fucking break.
I mean,
man.
that's entirely possible.
I'm just waiting for someone else to get the belt because I can't beat DC. You fools.
I mean, isn't that an issue, right?
Or you run out of money and like, you know what? I need some money. I better fight.
Well, he was smart with his money. We're on the street.
That's good. Well,
his manager was smart with the money.
Yeah, that's good.
But even that guy, like, people don't, Anthony Johnson, number 2 in the world, has God-given power in his hands. You got to realize, as a UFC fighter, at tip of the spear, and it's just where the sport's at, he's not set. It's not like, I'm see ya fucking yachts in Miami and I can do whatever I want. He's not set. He never had a 7-figure payday that we know of. You
don't think
it doesn't
he
work
did
that
for
way.
one of those title fights? What do you think he got paid
Which
for those title
fight
fights?
are you talking about with DC?
The first one with DC and the second one with DC.
Maybe.
I don't know what he got paid. I'm not even speculating.
Well, on the books, he didn't get 7 figures.
So how many legends in boxing retired and then later came back because they needed money?
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, bro.
It's crazy.
Well, that's
remember making millions.
Yeah.
Back in the 80s making millions.
Sure. But I think
and
they
all
come back
came
for
back.
more than that. Like Sugar Ray came back, he was still rich.
Yes.
Yeah, they don't all come back for the money.
Bernard Hopkins is set. Roy Jones might have some issues, but he's with HBO. Bernard Hopkins with HBO. They do it for the love of the game. Most of those guys are set. Like, Bernard is fucking set. Bernard still drives an '89 Civic because he doesn't want to go broke.
Bernard has a Bentley.
Does he have a Bentley now?
Yeah, there's a whole story about him driving a Bentley and had some kid drive the Bentley for him. The kid dent the wheels.
Oh, God damn it.
Fucked his wheel up. Yeah.
Well, forever.
Where'd you hear the Civic?
No, I swear to God. Where'd you hear that? When he was world champ, he had a Civic forever.
Is that can you Google that?
Yeah, you can find that. Forever, because he's worried about going broke.
Opposite
of
a Civic.
Are you sure? Now, where did you get your story from, Joe?
Who are you telling?
Where did you get your story about the Rolls Royce?
It was a story about him that he was doing. Like, he was helping out this kid that was terminally ill. And
how did his Rolls get brought up?
What was the car, the kid, he let the kid drive the car. And the kid, like, curbed one of the wheels.
Sounds like fake news. Where'd you get that? CNN?
Fake news. Dude, I got it from the library.
Dude, I let Callan's friend drive my Bentley.
And he fucked it up?
I didn't know he doesn't drive. He just drives a bike in New York.
What?
And he goes, we're doing this bit, and we're filming it. And this cop goes, hey, man, I'm going to tow this car if you don't leave. And I go, oh, fuck, we're in the middle of it. And he goes, dude, I'll fucking move it. It's right there. I'll move it in a spot. And I go, I don't let anyone drive my car. I very rarely even valet. And I go, all right, I trust the guy. He's goddamn near 60. I toss him the keys. He comes back and all good. He goes, all good, brother. Cool. I walk out there to the right, park down the street, and this guy comes out in front of the house. He goes, dude, I don't know who the fuck was driving that car, but he hit the shit out of the curb. You know, those Bentley wheels are tough to come by. I look at it and I'm just like, oh, motherfucker. I got it fixed, but it was a nightmare.
Did you bring it up to him?
No.
Wow, interesting. Just swallowed it to bring it out on a podcast.
Well, no, I'm not going to call his name out. You know, it's been taken
understand.
care of. I just, you know, if I was younger, I'd have flipped out. But I was like, I sat in my car and went, it's just a car. It's all right. He didn't mean to, man. Life is
That's
good.
good. Good for you.
Wait, did you say you have a Bentley?
Yeah, he has a
Yeah.
Bentley.
Nice.
He got a Bentley Continental GT.
Super sport.
That thing
Yeah.
Super sport.
Yeah.
is